Ready? 1, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel, and welcome to a very exciting unboxing. An unboxing I thought I would never have the chance to do, let alone a piece I would never have the chance to own. What I have here in this humongous box is, in my humble opinion, one of the best representations of Robert Englund's makeup as Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge, done by a 20-something young pup Kevin Yeager back in 1985. This is a resin bust, a display bust, rigid resin, and like I said, in my opinion, I think this is one of the best representations of the Part 2 makeup. For the longest time, I've wanted one of these pieces, and then the opportunity slipped by, and I honestly thought they were all sold out from this very brilliant artist. Now, the artist we are talking about today is Mr. Paul Bailey. And before we get to the unboxing, a bit of history about Paul, because he is a very talented artist and a very big Freddy fan. So back in, let's say, 2018, Paul took it upon himself to sculpt the Part 2 Freddy Krueger makeup on his live cast. What he then did was he made a pullover silicone mask, much like what you'd see with the Dark Ride mask from James Updegraff when he does his Part 1s, Part 2s, Part 3s, Part 4s, and Versus mask. He then took it upon himself to make a multi-piece prosthetic, pretty much the same way that Robert Englund's makeup prosthetics were generated. Now, as you see these photos right here, this is Paul with his pullover mask doing a photo shoot that is replicating the bust sequence from the opening shot of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Now again, for a pullover mask, this looks absolutely incredible, and obviously it helps that this was sculpted on Paul's life cast, so it snaps straight onto his face. Paul then did something else. He went above and beyond that. Like, this is a great looking photo shoot. It perfectly emulates how Freddy looks in Part 2, especially with the lighting as well, with that nightmare sequence at the beginning with Jesse and those two girls on the bus from hell. Paul then made this demo reel featuring his multi-piece prosthetic. Now, in terms of pulling off something that looks like Part 2 Fred, he nailed it. But not only that, he nails the mannerisms, the voice, just everything about Robert Englund in the second Elm Street. So I'm not going to play the entire demo reel. I've just selected a couple of clips that really stood out to me. Check it out.
You think you can beat me? You already killed me. I own you. Don't scream. Don't wake up mommy and daddy.
It's pretty much like a carbon copy, just the little smirks, the little laughs under the breath, the voice, just the hunched shoulders, everything, and just that makeup brings it all together. And again, this is all Paul's doing. No team has made this, it's just Paul doing it himself. Now, cut to about a year and a bit ago, Paul and his brother release a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film called The Last Dream of Detective Coleman, with Paul portraying Fred Krueger. This is essentially an origin story before Freddy became Freddy Krueger, who we all know and love as the burnt maniacal dream demon. Paul's brother plays Detective Coleman, and it's an absolutely fantastic watch. Not only that, once again, Paul just went above and beyond in terms of makeup, artistry, specialty effects. He sculpted a prosthetic nose and upper lip to change himself into a younger looking Robert Englund, as you can see right here with the process of him making the appliance, applying it to himself, and you see the final result with their fan film, and it just looks absolutely incredible. Now, amongst all that, Paul decided to do a run of Part 2 busts, emulating how Robert looks with the makeup from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, done by the very talented Kevin Yeager. Now, I believe he originally did a run of, say, 15, and I had wanted one for so long, but unfortunately the timing was not right. And a few weeks ago, an opportunity came up where he had a spot, or 2 spots available, and I thought, now's it, now I've got to do it. So I pulled the trigger and I acquired one, and I can officially say it is right here. So the plan is we're going to unbox this. I also have a sweater bib to accompany the bust. Now this is made by Mob. I don't know much information about these guys, but I saw this on sale. A friend of mine was selling it, Springwood Slasher replicas. It's a pretty damn close representation of the Part 2 sweater. I've taken the sleeves off. Now, part of the sleeve is on this display piece here. This glove from Christian Carlson over at Glove Love Sweden is going to accompany this bust. So the idea is to have it like that Michael Myers bust I'm about to release the video on the main channel of the floating hand. In Michael's case, floating hand with a knife. In this case, Freddy's floating hand with that beautiful glove right there. And we can also pose the glove so we can do different poses and stuff like that. So I probably am gonna have to shave this down a little bit because doing the numbers, crunching the dimensions and stuff like that, it looks like this is gonna be a bit too tall. So I can just bring it down a bit so we don't cover the face too much because this is something you do not want to cover up. Now I'm gonna have to move back about here because like I said, this box is massive. So I'm gonna have to probably pop it on the floor and then take the pieces out. Paul said he's included something in here, like a little surprise, so I'm very keen to see what he's included. Now, in terms of the logistics of getting this open, okay, so we've got a lot of packing paper, and okay, I see the bust, but I see something at the top here. Fuck off. No way, you magnificent bastard. Oh my God. Dude. Okay, so Paul has included a casting of his prosthetic nose and upper lip from his short fan film, The Last Dream of Detective Coleman. Dude, that is so cool. So this is like fresh out of the mold. You can see like the overspill lines and stuff like that. Hang on, let me get this focused. There we go. Oh my God, man, that is absolutely incredible. Hang on, I want to take this off for a tick. Let's see if it fits me. Oh my God, this is so cool. Does that look horrifying? Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna have to find like a piece, or I've got my Robert Englund life cast down there that I can mount it on. That is so special. Again, I will leave the link down below for The Last Dream of Detective Coleman. Really, seriously check it out if you haven't already. Paul and his brother did a fantastic job. And Paul, as a younger, unburnt Fred Krueger, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, like, look at that demo reel that I just showed clips from. That is magnificent, man. So cool, dude. Even the subtle details on it, like the scarring on the nose, the pock marks on the cheeks. Oh, that's incredible, man. Okay, the piece resistance. I'm a little bit nervous and very excited. So, okay. Pull him out like that. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Hang on, I need a sip of jittery juice. Why do I look so tanned all of a sudden? What the hell's going on here? So let's assess where the front is. Okay, so that's the front. So plan is unwrap him and I'll show you guys what he looks like first. Let's see if the camera's gonna pick it up. Okay, because it's tracking my face at the moment. Hopefully as soon as we take this off, it's gonna track his face. Okay, one layer. I'm starting to see him. Oh, okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, you ready? Like I said, hopefully the camera starts to track him and pick him up once I take this off. Oh, look at that. There you go, there you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, he is beautiful. He is disgusting, he is beautiful. Oh. Dude. So I requested the skin for the most part to be matte with the wounds glossed up because I just feel like matte can really highlight all these beautiful details that you see right here, man. Look at this. So, okay, is it foam filled? Okay, so partially foam filled with Paul's signature on the inside. And this is a hefty bust, man. Look at that. Oh my God. Hang on. Don't track me, track Fred. There you go. Look at that. So what I'll do is I'll pop the sweater on like loosely and I'll put him on the Lazy Susan and we'll zoom in with the camera so you guys get a proper closer look because this is obviously distorted. I'm like nearly going wide angle at the moment with this, but my God, man, hang on, I'll bring him back. Look at that, just the eyes as well. So the eyes were made by Fourth Seal Studios. This is insane. I'm at a loss for words, man. And I'll show you guys as well when we go up close. He's even replicated how the foam latex wrinkled back in the day with Robert's prosthetics. Oh my God, man. The vein work. Dude, this, I'm at a loss for words. This is insane. So hang on, let's see how high the glove goes. Oh yeah, we've definitely got to bring that down. So the idea is to have the glove like hovering about there. So I'm gonna worry about you later. You're a later problem. All right, let's get this sweater. Oh man, I'm stumped for words. This is, I need a drink and it's 8:28 a.m. Now, I'm probably having to do a lot of cutting with this sweater to kind of get rid of all the excess, but we'll tuck it in here for now. There you go. Ooh, beautiful. No, don't track me, track him. You bring him back and you can see how the color shifts when you bring it back in much lower light. Bring him back here. Just the makeup in part 2 is just so damn freaky, demonic, and mean looking, and Paul has brilliantly captured it. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's pop him on the Lazy Susan and get some nice up close detailed shots for you guys. All right, so I'll just start with a basic turnaround for now. But again, just look at the detail, the bruising, just the purples, the browns, the fleshes, even the vein work, everything just works so well with this bust. Now, Paul said he was aiming to go a lot more bruised and darker with this particular bust, because if you look at the continuity of Kevin Yeager's makeup in the second Elm Street, it shifts dramatically. Like, it can go from light to very dark, purple, bruised, especially in a lot of behind the scenes photos. But if I just zoom in a bit more, and I really focus on the chin, and you'll see when it goes past, there's wrinkles on the chin that emulate the way foam latex would kind of wrinkle and bunch up. Now, like I said, the eyes were made by Fourth Seal Studios, and you can see that beautiful vein work in the temples and the glossy highlights of those really deep, nasty wounds. So again, it's just capturing that demonic smile that Robert was famous for in, obviously not the whole series, but Elm Street 2. It just had that particular look, especially in the barbecue sequence when Lisa's dad fires that shot at him and he's in the background and the flames are in the foreground. And then if we bring him closer towards the light, you can see how it shifts once again, and we go from a lot more heavier browns to much more heavier purples, flesh, yellow as well. And like just the teeth, the detail on the teeth. Again, there are those wrinkles that you can see right there to emulate foam latex kind of bunching and stuff like that. But my God, man, I'm just finding more stuff to look at on this bust. It's just a credit to Paul, a credit to the fact that this is all done by hand. And it took him a very long time, and I'm so stoked to have nabbed one, and especially, you know, combine that with the sweater as well, and then eventually the glove that you see over there. And there you have it, guys, a nice cheeky little unboxing of something I've wanted for a very long time and beyond honored to have him in the collection. Next step, of course, is to readjust the glove and really do the proper display. So I'm probably gonna swap Mohawk the Gremlin over there and have Fred in the corner there, and obviously a fedora. I've been waiting for this to arrive, see it in person, get the proper measurements of the head. I'm actually probably gonna have to take this to Strand Hatters to the city here in Sydney to get a proper fitting, and then I'm obviously gonna have to steam it, really futz with it, probably remove some of the brim, and then dirty it, soil it, blast it with a torch as well, just to really complete the look. You know, because you want the option, you know, fedora or no fedora, and the Part 2 fedora has such a distinct and unique look. It's almost like a witch's hat, much like how Kevin Yeager made this makeup to emulate a male witch. With that being said, I will leave Paul's details down below to his Instagram. I don't know if he's offering these busts anymore, but now and then you can find them, you know, secondhand on like Freddy Facebook groups and stuff like that. But I'll also leave the link down below to the full demo reel he did as Freddy Krueger, and also his short fan film, The Last Dream of Detective Coleman, that he did with his brother. So an exceptionally talented artist, kept me updated every step of the way, and beyond honored to have this in my collection. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.